Tonight, lingering concerns about what's under the surface of homes, businesses, and a highway in New Jersey.
It's been almost a year since that massive sinkhole opened up on the interstate. It caused a traffic nightmare, and it lasted months and months. Still, it's causing concerns for some people who live in the area. They're worried it can happen again.
Investigative reporter Dan Krauth joins us tonight with more on what he uncovered. Dan?
Mike and Sade, for the first time, the state agency in charge is telling us what they believe contributed to that sinkhole in the first place. It's one of 3 to open up in the area in 3 months' time. Plus, there are worries it could happen again.
When this massive sinkhole opened up on I-80 in Wharton, New Jersey in December,
I've never seen nothing like this.
it shocked first responders.
We're going to have to close down the middle lane too.
And it worried people living inside Avalon Wharton Apartments, a development just a few hundred feet away.
Obviously, there's something going on in the area that should be investigated.
With a newborn baby at home, Eliana Dividu says she couldn't sleep at night.
If it's so deep in there and it's only about 500 feet from our building, what makes you think that the ground underneath the building is stable?
When some of her neighbors reported cracks in both the ceiling and flooring of the building,
There's nothing more important than my peace of mind.
she decided to move her family out of the area altogether.
We were sitting ducks there and just not knowing what was going on.
It's not the first time a sinkhole opened in Wharton.
Right over in about this area is where it all opened up.
Back in 2000, an old mining air shaft opened in the field next to the American Legion. News clips show what it looked like.
We were deemed unsafe until the Bureau of Mines came in to investigate.
It took months and hundreds of thousands of dollars to fill it in.
They punched a hole in every inch of the parking lot and they filled it with cement and grout.
Much of this area was built over abandoned mines. So much so, an entire community is named after it. There's even one in the middle of the east and westbound lanes of I-80. Here are the original site plans where Eliana lived. You can see the outline of the apartment development and where the original mine pit and shaft openings were located. Documents show they poured cement-based grout into vertical holes that were drilled down into the ground to stabilize the area before building on top of it.
So that is certainly a viable approach.
Casey Jones is a geotechnical engineer, which specializes in soil and rock. He didn't work on the project, but has worked to stabilize other mines.
The question is, after all these decades, why are these sinkholes suddenly opening up?
The owner of Avalon Wharton hired an engineering firm. It found no grounds to believe the building is unsafe. And as for those cracks that surfaced, they do not appear to be recently developed and are consistent with the general wear of a building of this age. The company says vibration monitors were installed and no unusual activity was detected. When we asked for a copy of the monitoring report and whether they're still monitoring for changes, they didn't respond.
Again, this is Dan with Channel 7.
And the mayor and council members did not respond to our repeated questions by phone or email.
But still, the underlying question as to what caused this hasn't been answered as far as I can tell.
Jones says the state agency in charge wouldn't respond to his questions. They did eventually respond to ours. An exact cause of why the abandoned mine became unstable remains uncertain. However, drought conditions over the past 2 years and the 4.8 magnitude earthquake on April 5th of 2024 likely contributed to destabilizing the subsurface environment, leading to roadway damage.
What do you have to say to the mayor and other leaders who say you have nothing to worry about, that building is safe and nothing's going to happen?
Let's use some common sense here. If there is a mine shaft opening right here, if there is a giant sinkhole that you cannot fill because it is so deep right here and the building is right here, would you genuinely think that there's nothing going on underneath that building?
They did end up filling a series of sinkholes that opened up along the interstate, but it took much longer than anticipated.